behavior from Puff toward Kid Cudi, but empathize with it and understand where that person is coming from and could maybe identify if put in a similar situation.
Yes.
So you want to be able to do all the things Puff did to Kid Cudi without the repercussion of the nigga.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. So, a 2016 surveillance video obtained exclusively by CNN shows Sean Diddy Combs grab, shove, drag, and kick his then girlfriend, Casey Ventura, during an altercation that matches allegations in a now settled federal lawsuit filed by Casey Ventura back in November. The footage, compiled from multiple camera angles dated March 5th, 2016, appears to show Diddy during an incident that, according to Casey's complaint, occurred at the now closed Intercontinental Hotel in LA. In the video, Casey exits a hotel room and walks to a bank of elevators. Then Diddy, holding a towel around his waist, runs down the hall after Casey. He grabs her by the neck and throws her to the floor. Still holding his towel closed with one hand, he then turns to kick her.
I ain't even gotta ask Ice, I already know. Ice ride with me. Yo, real quick though, how y'all feel about Thug calling Cudi a rat? Call him a rat.
What the fuck? He's a subpoenaed witness. How? How does snitch culture overlap with this when you are subpoenaed, but you have a federal fucking subpoena?
He's a civilian.
Did Kid Cudi remove himself from hip hop?
I stand with Thug on this one.
Yeah, did he freeze? Did Kid
Shut
Cudi?
up, Mark.
What?
You're such a liar.
On my mama.
He does.
No, you don't.
How?
He stated that position from the day he walked in here.
It's a federal subpoena.
I don't recall.
And if you
don't gotta give the testimony.
I don't recall is what you say. Freeze, did Kid Cudi remove himself from hip hop?
No, I can't say.
So there's rules, and there's street rules, and there's rules that you abide by. You asking the wrong nigga over here. I know, I'm just asking.
Hold on.
He's like, room 3B.
No. Where's the hip hop
rules?
You know
it's an interesting talk here. I wish y'all would have it.
I'm trying. Where's the hip hop rule book that says
it's not about it? It's an unspoken.
You said there's rules.
It's an unspoken rule in hip hop since before Eric B and Rakim.
You're wrong.
Stop. Unspoken rule.
Let me let you finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, where back in the days, a lot of people. You talking about today, or what are you talking about?
We not back in the days.
All right, what I'm saying is that you said, where's the rules? The unspoken rule, because back in the days, a lot of the rappers hung out with street niggas. And they rapped about the niggas that they were hanging out with.
Correct.
And they embodied their lifestyle.
I'm with you
right?
1,000%.
So what I'm saying is that rule, unspoken rule, trickled down to today. Okay, in hip hop, you're not supposed to take a stand against anyone.
What street niggas did Kid Cudi align himself with and rap about? He didn't do none of the stuff of the people that you're talking about. He didn't come up that way.
And back in the day,
he's not a part of none of that.
Basketball, you can only take 2 steps. Nowadays, niggas take 5 and get to the bucket. It's a whole different ballgame. I think that what you are correct. And where you come from, and where I may come from, and where Mark may come from, that don't apply to other people in hip hop. Some of these niggas didn't come from that. Some of these boys grew up in the suburbs and played with a Sanyo and learned how to make their own beats and all that other shit, and took a whole different.
This is why I understand. Listen, this is why if they said Kelsey did that and Tory ain't snitch, this I would attribute it to him following the rules of hip hop.
Can I hear Mark and Mel have the fight? Because I might be with Mel. I'm confused by your position.
You can't be. I'm consistent with this. This is what I'm saying. Cudi has every legal right to do what he did. And I don't know if I would use the word rat, because I like to reserve the word rat for people who commit crimes and then sell out the person who they committed crimes with.
Yeah.
But I absolutely wouldn't do what Cudi did. You know what I mean? And
which is testify.
I mean, the nigga opened your Christmas presents. like there's a way to handle shit like that.
But
and that's
he ain't
not it.
built to handle that.
And I don't respect that. And Thug doesn't respect that. I'm not saying he doesn't have a right to do it. And I think civilians should do civilian shit. I'm just saying, and that's why I don't love the word rat. I think I would have used a different word to describe it.
Tattletale.
But I would definitely criticize that, especially because Cudi was talking about, I want to see that nigga. I want to fight that nigga. I met up with that nigga. They had to talk about him hiding his dog and taking his Tonka truck.
I'm super shocked by your position.
That shit.
I'm not. You just said that's the other day.
I say it all the time. Like you got to take a lane. Again, if you're a civilian, you do civilian shit. Fine.
I feel like this podcast started with him expressing how happy he was that some of the covert behavior is coming to the limelight. Right?
Yeah. But I don't think all covert behavior needs to be handled through the criminal legal system. I think There's a way to handle
So
nigga.
would it be okay for Kid Cudi to try and shake down Puff? Would be fine with that part?
I was thinking of a different response to that, one that I wouldn't necessarily say
When
on
he
the
saw
podcast.
Puff in the Soho house, he could have Mary fisted him.
That's what I'm saying. You stand in front of him after saying you want to fight the nigga.
In the event that somebody doesn't want to fight the person that they may be afraid of, what do you suggest they do?
One, don't say I want to fight the nigga. And two,
I'm not holding.
Ask for a new Porsche.
And not just that, he let the shit.
Right.
Yo,
At least
the
it's
shit
roof.
was 2012. He let the shit go for like he let it go. He got subpoenaed. It ain't like he walked up and said, "Hey, let me tell y'all something about him."
Yeah,
they subpoenaed the nigga.
I'm not calling
from
him a
what
rat.
she said.
That's what
And I'm shocked because in your very first breath, you I don't want to say applaud the behavior from Puff toward Kid Cudi, but empathize with it and understand where that person is coming from and could maybe identify if put in a similar situation.
Yes.
So you want to be able to do all the things Puff did to Kid Cudi without the repercussion of the nigga going to jail. I mean, the nigga putting forth the action to put you in jail.
Start from the premise. Remember, you're missing an important premise here, which is I don't necessarily think jail and prison is the way to resolve our
he
conflict.
always said that.
So, but I don't believe there shouldn't be consequences for behavior.
Are you surprised because of you? Are you surprised because of Mark Lamar? Because you would understand what we're saying.
Of course he
are
would.
You surprised
Joe's done the same shit.
No, are you surprised because it's Mark Lamont Hill? Is that what I'm saying? I'm surprised that a man of your stature.
Because I'm just hearing different
Conflicting views.
And I'm saying it's consistent.
God, okay.
If you really hear what I'm saying, it's consistent. I don't believe in jail and prison. I believe in accountability. Shit got to come from somewhere.
Question.
But it should only come from women.
I'm not opposed to yourself.
Oh, I see.
I'm saying men, women, whoever. I'm saying
No, you're not saying.
there's no woman involved in this.
Okay, I'm not doing this.
Indirectly.
No, I think you're missing my point. I'm saying
Indirectly.
I'm saying if somebody blew your fucking car up, you would not call the police. You'd go fuck them up.
I don't know that to be true.
No, he won't.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know that to be true.
If you did, all right, that's fair. If you did, I would not fault you for that.
What if it's someone you can't fuck up?
Then don't
Or
say
what
I
if
want to fuck them up.
Yo,
What
niggas
if you
say that every
spoke
day about
emotionally
niggas they
and then
can't fuck
fucking-
up?
Yeah.
But to me, that's a contradiction that I'm pointing out. If a civilian does civilian shit, I'm okay with it. I'm a civilian. If I wouldn't call the police, but if I did, I don't think it's wrong to call the police. I'm not saying that's what I said. He's not a rat. He didn't do rat shit. This is civilian shit.
What's the remedy if someone does some shit to you and you can't fuck them up?
It
In
depends.
your system.
You just eat that, right?
I would need a specific example. It would depend on what it is.
This
Yo,
is-
Kid Cudi can't fuck up Puff.
Kid Cudi can't fuck up Puff. No matter what he said to him on the phone. He quickly realized that after he said it.
No,
When
after
Puff
he said, "Yo, I'm on my way."
I'm on my
Yeah.
way. Oh shit! You know what? This nigga's for real.
Here's my take on the situation. Kid Cudi is a civilian here.
Yes.
He's not beholden to whatever,
Street-
rules of
street,
street,
yeah.
and he does not think that way.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the first time he's ever had to do what this is. Testify in front of in front of open court, a federal case, having been subpoenaed. How the fuck are you supposed to know what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to say, how you're supposed to edit yourself, audit what you're saying?
Yeah.
He's just saying it all.
I still want to know the remedy.
Yeah, and I'm not ignoring that question. I'm going to circle back because now I understand what you were asking about the just women thing too. Let me be clear. I never believed that the courts and the criminal system is the best way to handle things. I understand as a practical matter that until we provide alternatives, people have to do that. So when someone steals your car or assaults you or kidnaps you or molests you, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I don't say you snitch or you fucking with the system. No, you have to use the best tools that you have in front of you. I just don't think that that's the ideal system. And that's not for just women, that's for anybody, right? Including Cudi. So again, I don't say Cudi is wrong for doing this, and I definitely wouldn't say Cudi's a rat for doing it. I think we overuse the word rat and snitch. That's just not fair.
Agreed.
That's just not fair. What I am saying though is I don't play by those rules, and so I can empathize with why Thug would feel a way about somebody doing that, especially if you put the option of fucking him up on the table. Now maybe I'm holding too much weight, and I hear y'all.
I think you are.
Maybe I'm putting too much weight on that.
He could have just said
I think
that
you
shit
are.
in a minute.
And that might be fair, because if you don't mention fucking him up, then and you call the police because he blew up your car, I'd still be like, damn, you know.
Maybe he Googled like height, weight, Sean Combs, and said, you know what?
No,
realize in real time.
Mark said he stands by. Yo, you go to court and you say, yo, I don't recall what happened.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't remember.
But I'm still wondering what
Oh
the
no, I
remedy is.
remember.
But Mark also.
But I would take a civil option over that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Because again, it's not, and that's not perfect for me. But at least then it fits my abolitionist principle, which is you blew up my car. You need to restore me to what I lost. as I keep saying on the show, putting somebody in a cage doesn't restore what you
They got to rewrap their gifts at Neiman's.
Yeah. What about the emotional damage?
What about the fact that, like, yo, this nigga could come in my house anytime he want? He just proved that to me.
Get
Like,
a
how you
Right,
I had an alarm.
a better one.
I was about to say get a dog, but Puff took that too.
Get a real dog.
Get a real dog.
Oh man.
He'd have struggled putting that Canet Corso.
Oh no, that wouldn't work with Brooklyn.
Yeah, no, not at all.
At all.
Was there a reason why he said it? Like, was there a question that provoked that response?
Can we just wait before you have an intelligent
sorry.
conversation? Let's just highlight
Mark's
Mark off the
immaturity.
Ciroc.
Yes.
It's not the Ciroc.
Mark off the Ciroc.
That Diddy juice got him.
That's crazy. That was crazy. It's just the idea of somebody coming to your crib and opening your presents.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's the motherfucker trying to send you a message. Yeah.
That's so disrespectful.
Yeah,
Again,
but-
that shit remind me of what.
Like you took the time to rap them.
That remind me of what happened with NBA YoungBoy out in Texas when Jay Prince and them was trying to holler at him. He was ignoring them, playing them out, and then they went, took his keys to his Rolls Royce, took the umbrellas out just to show you, hey, we can get in here.
Right.
Like, it's just a message we send.
Getting in
you.
the
We ain't
car?
fucking nothing up.
Getting in the car versus getting in
The car was in the garage. You got in my garage. You showing me that I could get in here.
I want to laugh too because on my nigga side, this is fucking hilarious. It's just a lot going on with celebrities being stalked.
Yeah, you want to be mindful of where you live your life.
Niggas is getting a fucking whole jewelry box, the whole safe.
they lose their life. You
They
crazy?
running out with the whole safe. Yeah, they killing people. Fucking again. I always go back to Lady Gaga's dog sitter. Like, yeah, I just seen it's just too much going on. They fucking tracking the athletes' away schedule and just they going crazy. So this is hilarious, but I understand how it's scary as shit.
I get
as
that.
well.
I get that.
And for most people that pay their fucking tax
Nigga.
dollars,
The picture I heard about a picture that they took of y'all walking out the stadium.
y'all walking out the stadium.
You and your girl, and y'all was. They said that y'all was hailing down or something.
Oh, the arena.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's scary, my nigga.
That's regular.
What's
I don't
scary about that?
That somebody knows exactly what door you coming out.
It's a celebrity door. They all come out that door. They stand there and just video everybody that come out.
Yeah, it's a slightly different situation.
They catch anybody coming out there or going in.
Anybody.
Okay.
And if it's one thing I could count on my driver for,
Being late.
is to not be
you lined up.
is to not be right where I need him to be.
You say that shit all the time, man.
My driver don't really understand on that celebrity
Yeah,
stuff.
no, he don't understand.
He don't
Consequences
understand
associated with it. Yeah.
He don't understand rush.
That too. There's a few things he don't
I think he
understand.
picking up a corporate dude.
Yeah, he used to driving them niggas around.
Yeah, it's different.
No matter how many times he see me get my dick sucked back there, right?
Well, he probably sees that too.
Look, they get their dick sucked too.
Yeah, they are.
They get their dick sucked too.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche. Anywho's.
The other thing, just to close out the whole rat thing, because you were saying it's basically unwritten rules and all of this. One part that a lot of street people, in particularly, don't understand is those on the other side don't really give a fuck what y'all think.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm
not true. Some.
A lot don't.
Some.
A lot
Some.
don't. A lot don't play in that world. A lot don't really care about that world. That's y'all shit.
But a lot of niggas trying to emulate that world.
Oh, absolutely.
I would put
There's a
Kid
lot
Cudi
there
on
too.
that list, though.
I wouldn't say him. No, not him.
There's
No, I
people
was-
that don't have anything to do with that y'all try to hold these rules to, and it's unfair to them.
1000%. I agree.
Nothing about Kid Cudi ever said, I'm trying to be a street nigga. I care about streets. I'm anything street related.
Not even a little
Yeah,
bit.
people want to put street rules on them.
I don't even know if we got a
Fair
single bar that sounds like that.
I think the whole is he a rat thing is a question that should never be commercialized. Like that question shouldn't be so mainstream.
And I
that's
think
their
that-
business.
I think that question should never be from Thug. Given everything that you've been through and how you shouldn't be, why?
Participating in the
Yeah,
conversation,
yeah,
in the
just
dialogue.
why?
Because he just, to Flip's point, Thug sees the world as this.
I'm talking about, I am on a ridiculous probation right now. They are already looking for any reason to fuck with me. I don't want to talk about nothing.
Oh,
street,
I get what you're saying.
that game, that culture.
I hear that.
I don't want to talk about none of
I
that.
hear what you're saying.
That's unwise.
so tempting.
I hear what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing.
Which is why I think he deleted it so fast. But T's and P's.
T's and P's.
T's and P's
indeed.
The trial is ongoing, so if anything else happens, we'll keep you posted.
You saw Boeing getting off scot-free?
Yeah.
I should have discussed it. Keeps happening.
See what power?
Somebody explain it.
They're not going to be able to be held liable for any of the accidents that have happened recently.
Anything.
Yeah.
And they grilling them.
Just gonna pay some money. Pay some fines.
They found them. They found evidence that they was cutting corners on certain shit. And the CEO was in front of a congressional hearing. He got a 40% raise, 35% raise from last year. He's at like $33 million a year, $32 million a year. And they basically saying, so you could cut corners on building your planes, but you got a 40% pay increase. I wonder why you did that. Because you lowered the bottom line by taking the shortcuts, but they ain't gonna hold them in no liability at all.
Yeah, speaking of getting off, Donald Trump's
Pause.
It's crazy. Children, all of you. Be mature like me, please.